Hey everyone, it's Tim from Tim Gagnon Studio, and it's a nice spring morning here in northern Maine, and I figured it's a great day to be outside, so I'd make a little bit of a video, an instructional video on varnishing your oil paintings. I'll just show you how I do it. I use a brush on varnish. I use Gamvar by Gamblin, a wash brush or a large blending brush that's clean, no paint on it at all, and just a little container like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom into one of my paintings here and show you how I varnish my oil painting. One thing you want to remember is you want to make sure that your oil painting is completely dry. You don't want to have it have even a little bit of wetness anywhere because you might smear the paint. Also, Gamvar is pretty toxic, so if you want to wear gloves you can, and you want to make sure you don't get it in your eyes or in your mouth or anything like that. And the fumes are a little bit strong, so that's why I'm outside. So it's a little bit breezy here today, so hopefully it's not too loud on the video. But I'm going to zoom into this painting now and just show you how I do it. Okay, so I'm just going to take my varnish here, open it up, and I'm just going to pour some, not a ton, just a little bit to start with in my container. Then just take that brush. We're going to just lightly brush it on. Going to spread it out over the entire canvas. Try to get it pretty even. But what this does, it does a couple things. It protects your painting, which is great. But it also kind of brings your colors back out. So sometimes your paint can dry a little bit chalky. And by adding in a varnish like this, you kind of bring the contrast back up and bring your colors back out, and it will stay that way. So there's a couple really good benefits to varnishing your painting. Just want to go back and forth, get the whole thing covered, and then go and try to get it as evened out as I can. Probably see a couple little bird friends flying around up here on the deck. We live way up on a hill, kind of overlooking a cliff, so we put bird feeders out and we get a lot of birds up here. Okay, so get the whole thing covered. I also paint my sides, so I'm going to bring the varnish rate down and get the sides as well. Okay, and do a little bit more brushing back and forth. Just want to make sure it's really even. So that's all there is to it. It's pretty easy. It's just a brush on varnish, and to recap, it's called gamvar, G-A-M-V-A-R, by Gamblin. And you just want to make sure that you do this in a well-ventilated area. It doesn't have to be outside, but try to do it where you're not going to be in a very small room breathing in all the fumes. And if you feel like you might get it on your hands or on your skin, just wear protective gloves and try to avoid getting it in your eyes or mouth, obviously, just like any other chemical. Just to recap again on how we varnish the painting, just pour a little bit into a container. You don't want to waste it, and you don't want to have to struggle putting it back in the bottle. So it's good to go with just a little bit at first and just keep adding if you have to. Make sure you use a really clean brush and a really clean container, so that way you don't get any paint or any unwanted material on your painting. Let it dry, and then if you have to, you can apply a second coat. So thanks for joining me here today in northern Maine. I hope you enjoyed the view. I'm really enjoying being outside for once. It's been a long winter, so look forward to more outdoor painting tips and tricks videos from me this year. If you have any questions, you can visit my website at www.timgagnon.com. I have a large variety of online painting lessons, from oil to acrylic and a lot of different subject matter. So go on over there and check that out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again soon.